Hello, I am here today with my friend and co-author Carmen Amato to talk about Tana French's novel The Trespasser, which is part of the very popular Dublin Murder Squad series. Good afternoon, Carmen.
Thank you. And you are Jane Berrick in Cornwall, and
I
I'm in Tennessee. So this is a transatlantic discussion about a book in a third country, Ireland.
absolutely. And
Hi there, I'm Carmen Amato in Tennessee, here for another crime conversation with my friend in Cornwall.
hi, I'm Jane Berrick. Pleased to be here again, Carmen.
We're talking about the book we did a buddy read, The Trespasser by Tana French, here with all my notes. Struck by the setting, which is Dublin, and the Irish vocabulary, some of which I knew, um, and we thought we'd do kind of a quiz to see how many of these words from a very Irish book we knew. Um, so, Jane, if I called you a gaffer, what would you be?
That's one we have in the UK as well. That would be the boss.
Okay. And if I said bollocks, what would that be?
Balls, balls.
Ooh,
Yeah. So we
okay.
have the one. It can be pejorative. He hasn't got the bollocks to do that, or it could be, wow, he's the dog's bollocks, which means he's great.
Okay. Well, if I nicked your book, what would I have done to it?
You would have stolen it. Got a couple for you.
Okay.
Um, he's a little gobshite, so he is.
Oh, um, well, obviously he's like an asshole, right?
Absolutely. Yeah.
Okay.
We don't really have that in the UK. If you were from Liverpool, you might say something was shite or possibly gobshite, but it's very much an Irish expression rather than English, British
I've
English.
heard the expression shut your gob, shut your
Yeah,
mouth.
yeah.
And of course, the book is peppered with the word shite. This is shite. She's seeing shite. She's doing shite. So, yes, if you, listener, are offended by swear words, this might not be the book for you.
Yes, probably not. Probably
Yeah.
not. Okay, here's another one. I was totally banjaxed, so I was
Oh,
banjaxed.
banjaxed. Yeah, put in a bad way, I would think.
Yes, probably more specifically drunk, usually. This was one I had to look up, and it was Hames. Hames. She described something as Hames, Hames.
I did not look that up. I just moved on. I didn't know
Yeah.
what that meant.
Apparently, it just means something is a bit weak, but the actual word is to do with a horse's harness. It's part of a horse's
Oh,
harness. So that one was new to me.
okay.
Yeah.
One word. Now, gaffer means your boss,
Mhm.
but she continually referred to her home as her gaff.
Yeah.
And that was definitely a new word. I had heard gaffer before, but in the context of The Lord of the Rings, when Sam Gamgee is referring to his grandfather as his gaffer, that's the first time years and years ago that I encountered that word.
Right.
Well,
Yeah.
there were a lot of great descriptions in this book, some of which, contained a lot of those Irish expressions, some that were a little more universal. And I think those descriptions not necessarily of Dublin as a city. I think the book could have taken place anywhere, as we had
Yeah,
talked before,
yeah.
but the actual, close in environment and the people, I think are really well described.
She's talking about one of her colleagues.
Okay.
Brushland, the puffed up little tosspot, trying to twist me like I'm a balloon animal. He made me feel like I was in a straitjacket writhing to punch him. But Brushland is the bent cop. He's a dare, a bad poison, dare, a bad poison dare that no one with sense should. So I think
Wow.
it was great that this idea that he's trying to twist her up, a balloon animal being twisted in all different directions and pulling her out of shape all the time. I thought that was great. Really enjoyed that one.
She was very good um, describing people. She talks to a witness and describes the witness as she's short and fit, the kind of fit you get from life, not from the gym. She wears it like it's owned, not rented. So
Oh, yes, that's great.
yeah,
This is one of the ones that I liked it, but it made me wonder about her as both a cop and a person. She talks about going into the victim's house for the first time. I feel it again, that faint pulse that caught me in Ashland's kitchen when Steve showed me the cooker. A pulse like hunger, like dance music, something good away on the horizon, tugging. I can feel the beat of it hitting Steve's blood too, which is very powerful. But what she's talking about is the high she gets from investigating a brutal murder. So there's something slightly psychotic about it as well.
the new word, naff, which I assume means cheap. It's full of naff crap, a framed crayon drawing that says world's best granddad, pissant local golf trophies, a shiny executive toy in case he gets the urge to make clicky noises with swingy balls, and stacks of dusty files that never move. The whole room says he's some outdated time server who spends the day practicing his golf swing and polishing his nameplate and working out fussy ways to tell if someone's touched his stash bottle of single malt. I
Mm.
mean, it gives
You can
you the,
absolutely see it. And then
yeah,
she punctures the whole thing by saying but that's all just him putting on a show. He wouldn't have been head of the murder squad for 38 years or whatever it was if he was really that person. And
all right.
naff also means
Yep.
cheesy.
Cheesy.
Yeah.
All right, Jane, now that we have picked apart these descriptions and the Irish, we're move on to another topic.